Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Play with Shantae's Risky Revenge Director's Cut for the PC. This is going to be part one of yet another series. This is a part of a 4-part series. So without further ado, cue the intro. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Action Jack, and this is a Let's Play of Shantae's Risky Revenge, the Director's Cut for the PC. Man, this was actually one of the very first Shantae games that I've ever played, so I just wanted to do a Let's Play. This is one of the ones that I didn't get a chance to finish for whatever reason or another, but I just decided to say, you know what, let me test the backlog a little bit, and why not run through it with you guys. So as you see at the beginning, right now I have to fend off these little minions or little monsters or whatever you want to call them, but this is kind of getting you a feel of the game in the beginning with the attack and the movement. Usually whenever I play this, I'm using my Xbox One controller because I play this on PC, so this is I don't know, it's a little interesting when I play it because graphically they've improved it, but at the same time this is something that I can feel at home with my Switch. And while it's fun regardless of where I play it, the Switch is right at home when it comes to Shantae games. But as you see, I'm just gonna get started, and this is just the intro part to kind of get you a feel into the game, kind of getting you to meet certain personnel that you're gonna go through throughout the game with. As of right now, we're getting ready to go to Shantae's uncle's little invention expo, but of course, you know, we have to go about doing the typical intro thing that you typically do. Of course, because the controls are a little a little weird with Shantae, because you get used to the menu option situation to where you have to press B to make your selections and press A to go backwards, as if it was strictly meant for Nintendo, because you know, on the right hand side, Nintendo's buttons are A to B, and then from top to left it is Y and X. I mean X and Y, excuse me. So with Shantae, it seems like it was built for that. So whenever you're in the selection screen, the B button for the Xbox controller is select, and the A button is to cancel or go back. So whenever you get into the actual game, the A button is jump, and the X button is attack, like it should be, and it feels comfortable. But after the menu selection, you run through, you know, the switch out. And then the same thing goes like with the B button being the actual action button. But yeah, you'll get used to it. And I love the music in this game, especially in the town that you're in. This music is awesome. But yeah, sometimes I just sit here and just listen to the music a little bit. But yeah, I'll get started now. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, Shantae's a real fun game. You don't start off with the transformations in the beginning. You slowly get them. And it's, like I said, it's kind of like Metroidvania type of game, to where once when you get those different powers, you can double back and collect different treasure chests and reach different levels in different parts of different levels. It's real cool. I mean, it's a real cool game, and they have similar elements to other games, but just in different styles. So if you look at this character here with the bird on her shoulder, she's kind of like the travel piece for the game. So if you want to go to different worlds and want to go to different parts, you come to her and you get on this humongous bird and just take off. And it's pretty interesting how they go about doing that. And it kind of goes down to with the whole warp zones, but I'll let you guys see it as we play it. You know, I could talk about it for days, but I definitely let you guys get into it while I'm playing it, so I don't jump too far ahead. Just don't be. Shall I smash it open? Now, for those of you that have watched the has already been watching the Super Dragon Ball Hero series, you know, dialogue is super heavy in Dragon Ball right now. Shantae, not so much. So if you're starting to feel that way right now, then don't worry about it. It actually picks up after we go through this little scene to kind of get you introduced to the characters, get you introduced into the game. The dialogue kind of slows down a little bit, and you start actually seeing gameplay with the game. Yeah, these drawings are awesome. They just look really touched up. But if you ever played Half Genie, was it Half Genie Curse or Half Genie? You can tell the graphical change between those two are night and day. Like this one is kind of like GBA oriented, and the Half Genie is kind of like your modern day indie type of graphical style. And this is going to be, I guess you can kind of say, a first boss fight. I wouldn't even really count it as a boss fight. But as you guys have noticed, Risky Boots is going to be kind of like our main antagonist right now. Hence the title, Risky's Revenge. I haven't played the first game, so whatever she's getting her revenge for, I am not aware. But I do love the series, though. I do intend on going back and playing it. But as you've seen, they've progressed. The first time I heard about Shantae was on the WiiWare. So yeah, this is oh, those are like Heartless with bandanas. so like Pirates of the Caribbean Heartless. Yeah, I'm kind of blanking. It's been a while since I played it, so bear with me. This one's fairly simple. It's just staying out the way, not getting hit with cannonballs, and just hitting the barrel in his mouth, which is it's about as simplistic as you can get for a boss fight. Alright, this should be the final sequence. Bow! There we go. That's it. Not bad. You've learned a thing or two since our last encounter, but no matter. Well, the lamp I finally got the means to crush. Oh. Tell them to play with this. Wow. That's crazy. Like, I did all that movement and Shantae just stood there and just took it. She just really just stood there and took it. Like, she didn't see it coming. But that's cool, though. I guess it just adds to the story. So you can't go wrong either way. It's like the grown version of Toad from Mario. This is like grown Toad. He's taking off the, even though they've said that the little mushroom piece is a part of Toad's head. If you've watched the cartoon back when Bowser was like an actual dinosaur and all green with the crown on his head, Toad could take the hat off. But now I guess Nintendo has since said that it's part of his head, but I'm sticking with the original. And he just now has a turban with a leaf on his head. Or a feather, excuse me. It's an all grown up Toad. It's kind of like the Rugrats all grown up. You don't like the new stuff, you much prefer the original. So I prefer the original Toad over this new grown-up Shantae's Toad. As I'm gonna speed through this dialogue because I want you guys to see some gameplay. Definitely want you guys to see gameplay. Yeah, Shantae is a great game. Like I said, it's platforming, puzzle solving, and also transformations. So as you see, you know, they're talking about these dark powers and these magical seals. So it's definitely I'll say an interesting concept. The story is cool, but it's pretty much a race to do everything before Risky Boots. Oh, Risky Boots. I wonder what Risky Boots would be. Like, what would a pair of Risky Boots look like? And what would make your boots that risky? Not quite sure. Yeah, you can tell it's been a while because you'll see me making some of these slightest mistakes with button press. But, you know, I'm going to slowly get back into it. Get back into the groove of things. Now, for whatever reason, regardless of how many times I play this game, this area is by far the most confusing to me because there's like 3 layers to it, and you tend to forget how to get out of here. So you have like your shops, you have your save point, you have your traveling spot, you have your, you know, your store where you buy the magic and everything else. But I don't know why I always get lost in this level. So you'll see me in here for like long periods of time for no reason because I've seriously forgotten how to get out of here. And she helps too. She's kind of like for those of you that's played Mystical Ninja, she's kind of like the fortune man that you go to that screams out Plasma, or it's supposed to be plasma, but he's a Plasma. She's kind of like that, to where she'll kind of give you hints on what you need to do or what you should be doing, but of course after you complete the first thing that you're supposed to be doing. So supposed to be going to see, well, figure out about this first magic seal. So the moment we get that together, we'll be straight. Now, where in the world am I supposed to be going? Okay, so we're here with the item shop. You see the potions, the magic veils, the fireball that she said that I should pick up, but I'm gonna pick up the map because, like I said, I constantly get lost. So I'll get some more gems by defeating other enemies and come back and get this fireball. Because when I first played through this, I figured, okay, what's the point of the fireball? What's the point of that pike ball in the cloud? But that stuff is very important when you get further into the game. So now that I do know, I'll definitely end up purchasing them a little bit later. But even like the characters and the NPCs in the level will let you know, hey, these are very important. These are the things that you need to get. This is the stuff that you need to buy. So these are very, very important. The silky cream. Yeah, definitely. And I like the fact too that with some of the stuff, you know, you get your health up, you get your magic up. You know, it's RPG like ish, but it's not, you know, a true in-depth RPG. But nonetheless, I mean, for if you haven't played it, I'm not quite sure how much it is now. It can't be more than $10. If it's more than $10, I'll be thoroughly surprised, because I think there's been, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 Shantaes after this. And I know that Half Genie Hero isn't that expensive. I want to say at most it's $20. So I think I got this one for $10. So if this was $10 on Steam, I can only imagine what it is now. So if you haven't gotten into the Shantae series, definitely check it out. And if you're not sure, this is why I do Let's Plays. So you can watch me play it. You can watch me go through it, so you can be sure if you want to go through it or not. And that's the luxury of doing Let's Plays. And as you see, I am lost. Like I haven't touched it in a while, so I'm super lost. So y'all bear with me. I guarantee you, I get out of here soon enough. Like, I find my way. I'll find my way. And this is why we have maps. But as you see, it looks like I'm backing out on purpose. No, this is just incorrect button presses, all because the button swap is killing me. It kills me every time because that A button is like automatic for me with the Xbox, but then on here B is my selection button. So and I think I'm just overlooking an arrow that'll throw me into the foreground, because I see the arrows that's pointing to the background, and yeah, I think I just saw it down at the bottom. So let me get down this way. I don't even know why I walked back in here. Having a slow moment today. There we go. And I know usually if you figure this out before you actually go and talk to your uncle, then they won't let you through. They're telling you it's just too dangerous for you to come through here. Pumpkin Fields. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. I'm telling you, man, this soundtrack is awesome. Like, that's one thing that a lot of people overlook. Why in the world they don't have any like dead frames at all? Like, they just keep floating. But anyway, one thing a lot of people overlook is soundtrack. Like, people really overlook soundtrack. Soundtrack can make or break a game for me. Like, the gameplay can flow smooth, but if the soundtrack is trash, it won't hold my attention. It really won't. But that's just me, you know. But then again, I mean, that's the easy fix. You can just throw music over it if you know got on headphones. And this is the warp part I was talking about. So much in the same vein as the lady that they showed earlier with the bird, she could take you to different levels and different islands. That like octopus or squid with one eye, he like once when you select or find the different pedestals, you can transport that way. So if I'm here in Pumpkin Fields and I find another squid somewhere else, then it can transport me to that other spot, so I don't have to do all that running back and forth, because there really isn't any in between for real when you play this game, unless you want to go back to the main hub and purchase some potions, Magicville and stuff like that. Hearts, Magicville, and a lovely treasure chest with Magic Gem. It's the Magic Gem, the gem that's magic. You want that gem to be automatic. See, I can't even get up there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not even gonna ruin it for you guys, because I know what transformation I need to get up there, but I want you guys to see it before I actually tell you what it is. Yo, they are really getting on my nerves with that. Like, you hit them and they're still moving. Well, most games it's more of a knockback when you hit the enemy, but not with Shantae. And I have to remember that, because if not, I can die real fast with this lovely 3 hearts that I have. Lilac Field. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Can you imagine like how hard her hair is for you to literally take monsters out with the whip of your hair? Like, that is amazing when you think about it in retrospect. And if you haven't noticed by now, I killed every monster. And the reason being is I know there's a lot of things that I want and like to purchase, so I'll be sure to kill everything, because that's how you go about actually getting your gems or a la money for you to make the purchases that you need to make. Now see, if I needed some Magicville, it wouldn't be here. Bum, 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 bum. Catch it, catch it, catch it. Now that I'm playing the game, it reminds me of Willow Smith. I whip my hair back and forth. I don't know why, and I'm not going to sing the song. So if you was thinking I was going to transition into that song, it ain't happening. It's not. So this guy's the save point throughout the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. And he just randomly just stands out here. Tangle Forest. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this this level has a lot of areas to it. Like, there's a lot of back and forth areas to it. But I like to explore like each section before like jumping to different sections if I can. So okay, so I need to come back here when I get a key, whatever that is. This kind of also reminds me of Mutant Muds too, because you have situations to where you go into the background and come back into the foreground with Mutant Muds as well. And I forget who makes Mutant Muds. I have to look it up. But Mutant Muds, I think the last time I played a Mutant Muds game was on the Wii U. Yeah. It was on the Wii U. The last time I played a Mutant Muds game. Cool games, definitely challenging games, because I'm not gonna say hard, but they're very challenging games, but just not my cup of tea. It's kind of like what was that game, Tiki Toki with the little baby chicken. Those just, you know, it wasn't my type of games, but kudos to the creators. Okay, see, I'm coming here early. I think the last time I played this game, I ended up going all the way to the background and then had to come all the way back up to talk to her to get a special something for me to even continue on throughout the game. Like, the first time of me playing through this, it was hours of me just roaming around confused about what I needed to do. Like, it took me forever to figure some of this stuff out. But nonetheless, I always figure it out. The boy always figure it out. So they kind of have their World Wide Web, but with actual webs and spiders. The zombie to zombie connection. That's interesting. Oh, risky boots, risky boots, risky boots. Get the risky boots, risky boots, risky boots. Shake down in the locals with the risky boots. The three barons in the second land. Yup. Barons of the second land. Sorry. I just got caught into the music, that's all. So we're looking for the magic seal. Of course this is what we're looking for. And of course no one knows where it is. But that's fine though. Because this is what our journey is about. And this is what we're looking for, so we're going to find it. Because if we don't find it, then I don't beat the game. And if I don't beat the game, this is a waste of time. Well, no, playing a Shantae game is never a waste of time. Never. But I would like to beat it though. They kind of remind me of King K. Rool a little bit, just with like a Viking hat on and wings. Awesome, another squad. Warp squid. said, it's a very colorful game. Very colorful game. So I got a feeling the same transformation that I mentioned earlier for Pumpkin Fields is going to be the same one here. All right. Whip him. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Up here he is again. Man, this brother is traveling. Unless he got a bunch of twin brothers around. If not, this brother's traveling. Just so I can save my progress. I appreciate you. If you don't do nothing else for the rest of this game, just know that I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to save and not have to start all the way back over. I wish I could just hit a save point in life sometimes, and then you say, okay, well, you know what, I made a mistake, and hit that load button to go right back so you can just do it all over again with the same knowledge you had prior to. That'd be dope. The life of video games. Sounds like an interesting TV show. Life of video games, directed by Action Jack. Coming to you live Mondays from 8 to 9 Eastern Time Central. That's kind of weird that they had me jump right onto the enemy. That's cool though. We'll take the L's. Let's go into the cottage. And she whipping and she flipping and she whipping and she flipping. She flipping and she whipping and she cooking and she flipping. She looking for a wobble bell. Wobble bell might be the pup dog. She looking for a puppy dog. She looking for a puppy dog. She looking for a puppy dog so she can whip it up. Wibble wobble wibble wobble bebble on the belly up. I wonder where Shantae had that puppy. It's like it just magically appeared. We out here just putting. She got those big baggy genie pants. She had a whole puppy in her pants. Had like a Tiny Toons vibe to it. She wants to become a famous chef. Tasty meal. It don't look tasty. They look like a hot mess. Alright. Gonna make sure that everything is straight before we continue going. But yeah, let me go ahead and end this out, guys. It's coming up to that 30-minute marker. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up pretty soon. I just want to say thank you to all you guys tuning in. And this had been your boy Action Jack with part 1 of Shantae's Risky's Revenge. Peace.